I've got the answer right here, ladies and gentlemen, to everything that ails you. Now step right up. One who acts like a doctor about his salves and remedies. The cruel practice of making money on people's worries speared throughout the years as quackery. I said cure of backache, nervousness,
Welcome back to a very special edition of Quackery, where we're talking about, surprise, surprise, dongs. With you as always, Dr. Will the Pill here, John Lil P, and Big Isaac.
Let's not do Isaac.
I thought it would be appropriate. It's Isaac.
We can just do Zach.
Can we call you Sack for this episode?
We
Can we just do our real names for once?
All right, fine. So, in order to get this beer, I'll pour you guys a beer if you can name me, between the two of you, 10 individual slang terms for the male penis. Go.
Peter, Willie,
Junk,
Dong,
package,
Hog,
cock,
Yeah.
dick,
Uh-huh.
penis,
No, I mean, that's the thing.
penile. No.
Penile. Come on, we got 8.
Sledgehammer.
Willie.
He already said Willie. Sledgehammer. We'll take it.
What?
We'll make sure and ask the judges later for that one. We'll talk about a product later. It's called Thor's Hammer.
See?
Wood.
Sure.
Pecker. Did you already say Pecker?
Yeah.
Fence post.
Why are these all gardening
Member.
tools?
Basically, okay, I thought that'd go faster, but there's like an unlimited
Yeah.
amount of terms for the male Johnson.
Phallus.
You know, the
Please.
phallus. Please. Our beer we're drinking today is a Strong Man coffee milk stout raspberry mocha. Longest name for a beer.
I did not taste the
Ever.
raspberry.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
raspberry.
you can definitely taste
Really?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, get you another. You want some, get some more? Give them. It's good. It actually takes a little bit to get warmed up to. So at first, it's a lot.
Yeah, I like just the stout part of it. The berry on top is, I like either chocolate or fruit. I don't like chocolate covered fruit so much, so this really isn't my thing.
Interesting.
But I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah. Highwire Brewing, actually, I believe, Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville, that's right.
Yeah, this is a special edition of our Strongman Milk Stout. So they actually have one that's just plain, but the this one has raspberries and cocoa nibs from Asheville's own French Broad Chocolates. Sweet and decadent version of our winter seasonal favorite.
Oh,
It's good.
it's a very cool brewery too. If you
Yeah.
get a chance to go to it, it's a neat little brewery. It's down there in downtown.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, if anybody knows beer, it's
Yellow.
Asheville.
Should have known he'd come with
That's all they do up in them mountains.
Okay. So just to let you guys know, we're going to need someone to go on and start contributing to the podcast because I will need a new computer after this episode.
Oh, yeah,
Just
your
doing
computer
research
sucks.
on what I just meant because now I had to look up penis enlargement. So now I can't look up anything else. Literally.
So you're okay having a self-driving car, but you're scared that your computer's going to crash because you Googled male enhancement.
I'm not scared. It just doesn't work anymore.
No, he's scared
Literally,
that-
if I look at anything else,
Yeah.
it comes up with all these advertisements for, that my penis is small and I need to be bigger. So, what is considered a micro penis, you might ask? Anything that is less than 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters
Yes, I
when
made the cutoff.
erect.
I made the cutoff.
I mean,
You got a ruler.
you got to be a shower. You got to be a grower, not a shower, to make a micro penis. So so obviously, since the beginning of penises, men have been trying to make them bigger. They actually argue that humans' penises are so big. Like if you look at a gorilla, they have like a 2-inch penis on an 800-pound gorilla. They're tiny, but for a human, we have relatively huge penises, and they think it's actually part of evolution. Like a woman wants a guy with. And I don't think this is true, but they think that's an evolutionary theory that like it kind of weeded itself out,
So do gorilla women have very small?
That's actually a nice question to ask, and I would,
They got some at the
you just
zoo
got to pleasure
right
your
here in
man.
Columbia.
We can go check it out. They do. Okay, so what have people been doing this whole time to try to make their dongs longer? Did you guys ever see the thing where like there's a tribe of African men who it's basically like
The
a
weights?
stick. No. This is not the weights. This is a stick. Like basically if you roll up when those things that like when you pull down when you were in class, like the screens, and then when they go up, they go whap, 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 whap. They basically wrap it up like that, and then they with a stick, and then they stretch it out. So they roll their cock up like a Laffy Taffy on a rolling it up on a twine, and then they stretch it out. The problem with this is it doesn't work after that. They do this and it makes them really long and floppy. And the old members apparently of these tribes do it. I don't.
But
understand.
can they still get erections?
No, they don't work for that. They just.
You think because they damage the cells?
Yeah, they completely damage the whole thing. But so there's other methods that that's not a method to try to make it bigger and still work. So young Arabic men were taught by their forefathers the ancient art of jelqing.
Jelqing, yeah.
I'm sure you guys have heard of this.
Yeah.
It's to jelq is meant to grasp one's semi-flaccid penis and slowly massage from base to tip repeatedly.
Don't show us an example.
Will, put it away.
Put it away.
Put it away, Will.
I'm sorry. I thought this was
This isn't
I was
show
in a
and
safe
tell.
place here in the nest. Okay, so results were visible within 1 month.
So it works.
So we'll talk about that. Yeah. And then in Egypt, they started hanging weights from the ends of their penises, which unfortunately had a similar slimming effect on them. They would get longer and slimmer, and they would have problems peeing. Chinese used various herbs and animal parts, powders, and all sorts of things like that,
Like deer antler.
Mm-hmm. But this episode is just enlargement, not performance. We'll do the next one on impotence and virility and all that.
Okay. So the penis is definitely not a muscle. Is it a muscle? I don't fucking know. What is my penis? What is down there?
There may be some muscle tissue there, but I don't think it's a muscle.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
that's
a
the
muscle.
It's
reason why
primarily
they think-
controlled with your vascular system.
Yeah, so we're not. It's not like you can work it out, and actually, so it's funny.
But these jelqing things work, right?
We'll skip ahead a little bit. Oh, well, hold on. Yeah, hold on. So, of course, in the medieval times, they didn't do penis enlarging per se. But where do you think the cod piece came from? Like they would actually make their armor look big in the the sack area just to make it look like they had bigger dongs.
Yeah.
And there's estimated to be a lot of plants and animals that are now extinct just because people thought they would make their dongs bigger.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's a tough way to go.
So if you guys haven't seen it, this documentary called Unhung Hero, it's fantastic. It's about a guy with a small penis. So it starts, he proposes to his girlfriend at a basketball game on the Jumbotron, and she says no.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah. So it went viral. This guy's name is Patrick Moot, and he actually just beat cancer. So awesome. Good on,
Awesome. Good job.
For him.
That's
awesome.
fantastic. And, but it wasn't penis cancer.
What kind of cancer was it?
It was colon cancer, which is,
Bad.
So, yeah. So you can follow him on Instagram. Pretty cool dude. He's a comedian. So he did this documentary. You should definitely check it out. Unhung Hero. But anyway, after that, he asked why that she said no. And she said it was because his dick was too small.
She said that?
Yeah.
hurt.
So he went and started, he was he went on a quest basically to figure out if that really matters or if it was just a cop out for her. And so he started interviewing his dad, Dad, you got a small cock. And he's like, well, it was always a high hanger. Screw you, Dad. And so he started asking all his old girlfriends, and some of them were like, it could have been bigger. It's super awkward. But then he goes on this journey of what people do, basically what we're about to do. Come on, hold my hands. I'm gonna show you the way people have been.
That's not what I signed up for. To be clear, it's not why I came today.
Walking down the yellow brick road of dick enlargement. Come on. So you guys remember on Austin Powers? He's like, one Swedish-made penis enlarger, Swedish-made penis enlargers, and me. These are my bags, baby. Anyway. Yeah, no, so he goes and, he does a bunch of stuff on there as far as what the strategies that, the people have been using and why. And one of the things he talks about is this thing, is the Kinsey Sex Report. It's this report, I think it came out in the 1979. It was the first analysis of male sex and how big penis. He actually interviewed a bunch of people in America, and they all sent in self-reported what their dick size was. And it's came out at 5 to 6.5 inches erect and 4 to 5 inches around. I thought that was pretty girthy.
Yeah.
But they said there wasn't,
5 inches around?
Well, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot. So it was self-reported.
Does that include the balls?
It includes the fupa, I believe.
Okay, good.
Fat upper penis area.
Good.
No. So they said the problem with that was that's self-reported. So
Self-reported.
what's people gonna, if someone has
Certainly
a
gonna
3-inch
have a
cock,
bias.
they're not gonna say. And if someone's gonna,
But
6 inches,
it's
they're gonna say it's
anonymous. It should
7
be
inches.
anonymous, right?
If it's 2. Yeah, but still
Yeah,
on
but
that
still.
thing, what would you,
Yeah.
12 inches around? Think about it. So yeah, that was a very interesting thing. But he started kind of break the stigma. So like you start looking at kind of historically what stuff has been used for this going back, and obviously all the kind of the techniques were bigger with the enlargement than any sort of thing you could eat. I mean, there was stuff that thought was like not only would, we'll talk about it in the episode part 2, not only would make it bigger, but like, more enjoyable sex, better, better erections, all that kind of stuff. But this is more just about simply making it look bigger and then be bigger during sex. So that other part is kind of has to do with ED and impotence and stuff like that. So, you of course got to start with the jelqing, because we already started talking about that, and that some people say that it works, but then other have looked at it where it's like working out and your penis isn't a muscle like
Yeah,
your bicep is a muscle. So they think like, it'll make micro tears and then you'll grow stronger. Well, the problem with that is it's there's no proof that it works, and a lot of times those scar things can cause like it can make it like oddly shaped. It can make your
Get a little Peronis going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Pyrenees?
where Pyrenees? I thought it was Pyrenees, where it's
Great
like
white Pyrenees?
banana shaped.
But isn't that enjoyable?
No,
For who?
for it's like a hook.
Yeah, you just gotta be good with your motion.
I don't think it's an ideal situation.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, there's like medications
Oh, you mean like
to fix it.
like
Really?
a hook?
Yeah, there's an ad on the TVs.
I just want to just
Don't they
straighten it.
Now would they?
No. Now I don't know how if there's medication that can fix it, you would think that if you can. Hey, maybe there's some room for some quackery here. Yeah.
I wonder how that happens. Is that like a genetic
I
thing?
think some of it's genetic. Yeah, and maybe that's what this addresses is the.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like a thing for Peronis out there now.
Oh.
And I do believe it is Peronis from Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew talking about
Okay.
on Loveline.
At first, I thought you were talking about pierogies, which are delicious.
I do like pierogies, but I don't want to associate pierogies with Peronis.
Now you
Or
are.
Pyrenees.
No, no.
The dogs, poor things, get a bad name. What about a Pyrenees with a Peronis? Poor fella.
I've never seen a dog with.
Is that why they call it a banana hammock?
No, I don't think so.
Because it curves like a banana.
No.
We'll get back
This
to
is
you on
like
that,
1% of men that have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad we spent millions of dollars in research on how to straighten out, 3 or 4 dudes.
Oh, sure. Well, no, I would have thought you could put it like in a splint, like
That's what I did. It's like a broken arm or something.
well, like if you got a, you seen those commercials for the, if you got a bunion, it's because your knuckle on your big toe is pushing out, and you just want to put it in that bunion thing to stretch it back. Well, I thought you could just do the,
Does your penis have a joint in it?
Don't worry about things that you don't need to worry about.
Interesting.
So I need to go ahead and put something out on the table here. So I've tried a lot of these methods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything work?
Nothing like firsthand research.
Man, I love it.
No, I don't give a shit. My mom didn't listen to this. But I will tell you right now that I've tried everything on the market.
Yeah.
Because I used to sell everything on the market as a marketer.
So
And who are you to
tried
be selling
firsthand-
something that you haven't
Yeah,
used?
so-
Product ingest.
I used to sell a lot of the wiener pills. So they would send me the wiener pills as like,
It says wiener.
Who is they? Is this big penis that we're talking about?
Well, you would think it'd be big penis, but small penis.
big penis.
Well,
So let's get to it. Let's get down to this.
Yeah, so I've tried jelqing, I've tried extenders,
oh, that was
Wow.
which look like little wheelchairs. The reason I tried those
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay, that was gonna be next.
What?
An extender, like a stretching device.
those
So it's
things
a
work.
traction
Like one of
device.
those medieval torture
That's
devices?
actually the one they said could possibly
It
work
does
the
work.
best.
It does work.
Yeah, it's like a medieval torture device. It's like a little wheelchair.
Does it have one of those like captain's wheels on the end of it that you turn?
crank it.
It's sorry. Here's how it works. I'll explain it. And go if you're at work, please type this into your search engine.
Awesome.
But so you have to be. You don't want to be fully erect, but you take this. It's like this little rubber band. It's like this rubber tube, and you put it around the head, and then you pull it down so it secures your thing, and then it's like this. Show a damn picture. I can't even describe it. And then it has these rods on it
Try
that
to
you turn.
limit the amount of dick pics on the research,
You,
but
you turn these knobs and it can extend or bring it in, depending on how you need to go. So basically,
So you can make it smaller.
no, not smaller,
well.
but
or bring it in.
But so you're only supposed to keep
Jeremy,
it on
Man,
for
what a problem to have, right?
yeah, 30 minutes. One time I
30
slept
minutes?
in it, and that shit was completely purple, like your microphone. I thought it was going to have to be cut off.
My God.
I had no feeling in it, and it was completely
Still
purple.
works, though.
It works all right. But, dude, it didn't even hurt because I had no, and I still don't really have any feeling in it after that. But I took it off, and it stayed purple for a good hour. And finally, like I was thinking about calling the hospital, and I just kept flicking it. And finally,
flicking it.
Blood got back in there.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Talk about like a near-death experience there.
So
my
be
God.
Your
careful.
cock.
And this is Jim Jones speaking.
Jimmy.
Now.
Whoa.
Wow. So, okay. So, Unhung Hero, kind of our...
This is amazing.
This is way
amazing.
too much.
I had no idea. No, I love it, man. Be honest. This is fantastic.
So does this thing have wheels on it?
Here, let me. I'll pull it up on my
Yeah,
phone.
get a
so you
good
don't have
traction device here.
This isn't
Yeah.
your personal experience you're about to show me, is it? Jim.
No, I used to sell these, and so the companies would pay. So they have one that's like 24 karat gold that sold for like $2,000 a pop.
Did you ever
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
any of those?
I never sold one of those, but I sold the $500, $600 ones.
24 karat gold. What?
And they'll send you
Just
you'll
some-
get like 400, 500
Because you don't want to show anybody this. Like, I get buying a 24 karat gold necklace because you want everybody to see it.
Like, check
but
me
you
out.
don't want to be like,
You
look who's got a
yin yang
small
twins
wiener.
with the yin yang
This
twins
is-
with their gold traction
The
devices.
little cock wheelchairs.
This is the one that basically how I was saying it, but it's the dude's penis in it.
Ooh, it's like a little baby shark.
That looks like one of those vegetable peelers.
God. Nicole's gonna go through my phone later and be like, "What the?"
I told
fuck?
you, man. Now you're screwed. Oh my God!
you make
there you
zoodles
go.
with
That's
that
one of
thing.
the things. Zoodles.
Here, this is a better. See, this kind of is.
The Vegetti.
They see how you put it in there.
Oh, yeah.
It is. So it's kind of just like what we were talking about. The little
Yeah.
split
Yeah, so-
for your.
Your balls go over there. I mean, I think it worked.
There
Pretty
was
good.
some warning labels
That is
on
the
that
one
thing.
thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're only supposed to wear it for like 30 minutes.
So you don't sleep in it.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, that is actually the one where
Wow.
on here they say of everything that may, there needs to be more research, but that one actually could be effective.
Wow.
But anyway, so the guy on the documentary, he goes all around the world. He tries everything. So first he's like, what do he sees all these experts and the different things he does them all. Vacuum pumps, like he,
Yeah.
and that's like one where it just like, it's exactly
That's
what it
penis
seems like.
pump in
Big
the
penis
traditional
pump.
sense.
But yeah, they also say like, so you pump it up. Some people will pump it up and then like, we'll talk about this in the next episode. They put a tension ring at the base. So it keeps the blood in there, like from where you overexpanded.
Yeah.
Did you call it a tension ring?
Tension.
I think there's another name for those.
Cock ring.
You got it.
But there's a different kind of cock ring. It's a different kind of cock ring.
oh.
I think there's like a cock ring that's like, for more pleasure for the woman. And then there's a cock ring that's like, it cuts off the blood flow. So you
More
basically like you
yeah.
blow up a balloon and tie off the end. So here's what the guy tries. All right. So Patrick, he's like, all right, I got a small cock. Let's try to fix it. So he starts taking Extends,
Yeah, I used to sell that.
who just got slapped.
I thought that was for not enhancement, but for like
They made it super vague.
Okay.
But it's supposed to make, it actually said on the box, the only pill that can make you larger.
Oh.
And so he's taking it. He takes it for weeks. He's taking all these pills. He's doing his jelqing. Then he starts doing pumping and nothing. He's like, oh, I think it's an 1/8 of an inch bigger. I can't tell. And then he calls Extends and the girl's like, well, we never claimed that it would make you larger. And he's like, it says right
Says
here,
right
the
here.
pill that actually make you larger. Well, that's the advertising people. We're the technical people. So they got a $5 million lawsuit in 2010 for false advertising.
Oh, but they're making
it's
a lot more
still
than that.
for sale.
I mean, that's
People
still
will
selling
still buy it.
Gas stations.
Doesn't
sell it.
work.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. Okay. The next thing he does is he's like, well, I'm going to go. He's like, he interviewed the condom company and they're like, yeah, we make smaller condoms for Asia, which I thought was interesting.
Whoa.
Because
you got to know your audience.
So
So-
they don't sell magnums over there.
No, I don't think they need magnums, but you still have variation of penises. With
Hey, you
them.
got Dennis Rodman going over there to see Kim Jong Un.
That is true, and I'm sure Kim Jong buys magnums just so he can
Yeah, oh God.
Lord, yeah.
not use them.
That's right.
And speaking of which, I want to get my hair cut like him. Would you guys hate me?
Like Kim Jong Un or Dennis Rodman.
Kim Jong-un or whatever the fuck.
Either way, I'm cool with it. By the way, just to be
hell yeah,
clear.
I'm down.
Okay, cool.
So what he does is he finds out, okay, Well, they have a technique that they've invented a long time ago where they attach weights to your Johnson and pick them up with just your dick. So they attach its weight right on your dot.
Like how many pounds?
Okay, so they start with the dude goes over there and he starts with 10 pounds and he lifts it up and he's like, it felt like it was ripping my cock off.
Sorry to interrupt. Quick question. Are you lifting it up just with your penis or are
Yes.
you doing it with the assistance of your hand?
Nope.
Wait,
This dude was
looking
picking
at
up
your-
10 pounds.
Oh,
With
yeah,
his
that's how
penis?
he started. That was the first. That's the yeah.
No way
it's
you could just start with
Okay, so it's attached to a
couldn't do that,
string.
man.
Wait,
Oh,
picking it up like you
well, no,
squeeze-
not like with a boner. Like literally. So like okay.
Okay. All right, that's
you
what I was asking.
Squat. And then
Yeah.
you tie a string that's
okay.
shorter than it
Okay.
would be.
Okay.
And then when
Okay.
you stand up, your
Okay.
legs lift
Okay.
the weight, but your
Okay.
cock stretches, right? So it's another stretching device.
So technically, just in theory, someone could do this with a large rock in the backyard.
Sure.
And a string.
Oh, sure. Okay, so here's something. You guys want to watch this video?
Inquisitive minds want to know.
It's a world record. A kung fu master pulls a military helicopter using only his penis.
Wow.
You guys want to see this?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to. All right. Here he goes. It takes him a little bit to get started here.
What does being a kung fu master have to do with this, by the way?
That's a good
Yeah.
question. You know,
It'd be
I
like
always
a
think-
pharmaceutical salesman pulls. Like, is that just his living, or even a toy helicopter would
Can you
be
imagine
intimidating?
his penis just snapped off?
That's what I thought. But here's the thing:
pops right
as this
off.
thing loads. So, okay, on the documentary, they show the guy who's like the strongest at the gym, right? And he lifts it's like 300 something pounds.
There's a specific gym for this.
Well, the one
Is it
he
like
goes to
On
in,
It Labs, but it's
Korea
for-
or wherever it is?
On It
Yeah, yeah. So he go something.
Wait, so if I go to Planet Fitness,
Anyway,
there's like a
there he
machine
is.
for
He
this?
pulls that huge helicopter. It takes him a little bit. He has to get the momentum going, which is terrifying, right? I mean, it could. So, but they show the guy. They actually show the guy's actual cock who lifts 300 pounds, and it looks like a big, disgusting fist of junk because he starts tying it behind his balls to get more hold
Leverage.
So it's squeezing his balls, 300 pounds, and then it basically looks like three little cherries. The tip of his junk and then his balls are all squeezed together. You know, like. It's awful.
That
and so he's like, I don't
sounds
think this is the way to go.
horrible.
So then he goes and
Can
they're
you
going to.
email me that video, by the way?
Oh, here he goes. Here we go. There he goes. So then there's also the dude goes and there's another place they want to go to where they're going to inject his penis with these oils,
Synthol.
kind of like
Synthols?
synthol. But
What is
they're
synthol?
Oh, I didn't put that episode out, did I?
No, we need to do some more work on that one. But yeah, synthol
It's
is
like-
it's like oil that
Here,
they inject
I'll
into
show
their
you.
muscles to those
Basically
guys with the
motor
fake
oil.
muscles.
It's like in Brazil.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically they're
yeah.
putting synthol in their penis in this.
I think there was like a botched episode about that, maybe.
And then there's also a bunch of surgical methods where they like to put either they'll cut some fat off of you and wrap it around your cock.
I got a question. Do you know the ingredients of a penis pill? Can you go through the ones that technically would work?
No, so here we go.
Because like horny goat weed.
So those are going to be more on episode 2 because that's
Okay.
enhancement. That's like a
Oh.
performance enhancement. But here's the ones. Okay, here's the ones that are supposed to make you larger. So extends. They got that $6 million. I think I said $5 million. $6 million settlement for false advertising. There's ones called Enhancer X, Actigain, Vig RX Plus.
That's what I used to
Zygain,
sell. Vig
Nuh-uh.
RX Plus, yeah.
Viral X, Male Ultra Core, Size Viterex.
Yeah, there's also one that
Size
that does work for sure because I've used to do that one too.
Oh, yeah,
it
tell us.
increases sperm count, and it's like a lot of it.
What?
Yeah,
So like,
it's actually really disgusting.
And you decided to get on this.
because I was selling it, and they would send me all
why did
this
you
shit.
need so much sperm?
They would send me boxes of this shit.
I sell wastewater chemicals, but I don't even feel the need to use them at the house.
I got sent this one that if you take the pill, it will make your semen taste like watermelon and all kinds of shit.
Wow.
What's the active ingredients in one of these pills?
Right.
You know, it's all trash.
You're the pharmacist. Tell us what they're made of.
It doesn't work. I didn't look
How
up what's
would
in
how would
these.
one compound?
Well, we know
this
it's
at the
Vigor
house?
X Plus. So okay, here's one that I can tell you what's in it, and this is actually one from this survived from olden times. So you know they used to use leeches for all sorts of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, leeches, they would probably put them on your penis to get the blood flowing. As far as I know, they didn't do that. Probably did, but it wasn't popular, you know. But what they did do was they would take all the old leeches, like that, people use for medical treatments or whatever, let them just swim around in the bowl until they kind of all died, and they kind of congealed in this big bloody leechy mass.
Oh my God.
Right?
Like where this is going.
And then they smush it all up, rubbed it, and then they would rub it on their cock. And it was supposed to, every time you'd rub with this leech oil is what they called it. And they still sell it today. Here you go. Leech oil.
Are you serious?
Penis
Wow.
enlarger.
Oh my God, that's making me.
Was it just
shivers.
penis leeches?
Was it
Like,
supposed
did you have to
do,
use
man?
the same leeches that suck
Well,
the penis
it was
blood?
ones that they got right off of fish dicks. They pulled them right off little fishy dicks. And then those are the ones.
you slap them right on.
Slap them right on.
That seems like a not appealing to the other gender.
Yeah, no, probably.
Seems like a pretty cheap business we could start too.
That's actually a good
leeches
point.
and-
selling
bowl.
leech oil. Well, I mean, you don't even have to put leeches in there. I'm guaranteed there's no leeches in that.
No, I've never seen that. I sell all kinds of shit. I've never seen that.
Man, I didn't know we had a pro. This is awesome.
Yeah, I
You
told
should have
you.
ran this episode. Damn.
So, what works and what?
So
the only thing that works is a little wheelchair.
no, they say that's the only thing that may be safe and effective, but it's hard to say because a lot of these things will make them look bigger temporarily,
Yeah.
and then you'll
I think it worked
get less
for me,
firm
man.
erections.
It'll come back in. Yeah.
or either it'll come back in,
it's
or
a
it'll stay bigger,
sacrifice.
and you don't get. Yeah, you're
it's a
gonna
trade-off.
give up. Yeah, you're gonna
Because that
you're gonna get
basically-
size for
Built for speed or for
firm.
strength.
speed or comfort.
The way they advertise the extenders, the wheelchair looking things on the website, if you go, there's one that you sell called Size Genetics.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to their website, you'll see illustration of someone putting it on, and then they go like inside the penis.
Yeah, it's on here.
Whoa.
Science
Not like
Genetics.
real penis.
Like Mrs. Frizzle's magic
like
school
a magic
bus.
school bus on there flying into the dong. Oh, here's the corpus cavernosa, and we're just beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
At my
They
old
always
school's
talk about-
penis,
They
this always
talk
used to
about
happen.
Corpus cavernosa. What is it?
Yeah,
But so
those
they'll
are just the big tubes.
yeah,
That's what fills up with blood.
yeah. So if you watch the video on the website under my affiliate link, it'll show the
Start peddling all
actual
this stuff.
the cells like ripping and then multiplying. Like cell reproduction, and then it shows it getting bigger. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I think it really did work for me.
Wow. First,
Wait, what is this?
But I just take all those pills, and there was nothing, man. Because I started
this
selling
is
the
the
pills
wheelchair.
Those
first.
didn't do anything,
Not for me.
but the stretcher.
The stretcher, I think, worked.
So, and that's the one thing that they do worry about with any of the stretching devices that they're saying is like, yes, I mean you can stretch it out, but it's not like it's like a smooth. There's a reason why.
it gets longer, not bigger.
Well, that plus it does. It's not like so you're just creating these scar. It's not like a muscle where it regrows stronger. It's just regrowing with scar tissue that's making it bigger.
Yeah.
So the functionality of it
Sure.
may not be as good. And that's the because it's not like a muscle like we were just saying.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
it'd be
a
like
muscle
trying to make
that.
your arm longer. Right? Like it's probably not going to happen.
So do you guys? So I guess that's a question that is harder for us to answer with no women here. But do you guys feel like size matters to women?
I think it's more of like an outlier issue. I think as long as you're kind of within the bell curve, I think it's probably not a problem. But if you're extremely small, just as bad as being extremely big,
Yeah,
if
I
not
think
worse.
that's
You know
right.
what I mean, so I really think as long as you're kind of enough to get the job done, I don't really think they care that much.
Now, how does it make you feel?
I think for men, it's way more important to have a big hog,
Hog,
for sure.
lap hog.
I mean, we wouldn't be having this conversation if that wasn't the case.
This is true.
Not a bunch of chicks sitting around talking about how do we get these dudes' wieners bigger.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
John,
think
what do
you're
you
pretty
think?
comfortable if it's average,
Yeah.
or maybe a little above or below.
I mean, I kind of feel insecure
minus.
learning that
Right.
4 to 5 inches around is what every normal people
that's
have.
not right, man. 4 inches around.
Well, you got to use the Adam Carolla measuring.
What's that?
Twice around.
You start at the anus, once around the balls, and 2 inches past the tip.
Oh my god. Yeah. So they talk about on that documentary. That's what he wants to know is like, does size matter? So he interviews all these sexologists and stuff, and they say something similar. Like there's kind of a bell curve, and as long as you're within that. But I was thinking about something, and I don't know if this is true or not. But you would wonder, like, you get a guy like Ron Jeremy. Okay, he's doing great when he's when that thing's good to go. It's huge. Blah blah blah. I mean, I've never watched anything with him in it. I find him disgusting personally, but. You got to think it's got to
gotta
be
watch his old
harder.
stuff.
Okay, if it's harder, almost all men.
His old stuff's way better.
Go back.
Oh god, it's like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it'd be so weird seeing Ron Jeremy in bedtime stories and Grown Ups. Jeez. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think. So it must be. I would think there would be a correlation, and I don't know if there's research on that, between oversized dongs and getting erectile dysfunction. Because I mean, you got to fill that whole thing up with blood.
Yeah.
So it may be and plus they were saying that there's actually less. You see, in the areas with smaller cocks, there's less divorce because like the men are. They say it has to do something with like the men want pleasing. They're working harder to please their wife.
Yeah.
As opposed to just resting on
Overcompensating
their
type
laurels, you know what I'm saying?
A pillow queen. Right?
So
Pillow queen.
plus they'll technically, you got to work harder to make it good, I guess. I don't know.
Never
Had that problem. No.
I think that could be a case of
All of us are
correlation, not
honest.
causation there, though. The Chinese culture, I think, is probably a
Yeah,
lot
no,
more.
I agree.
Asian culture, I should say, is a lot more
It's so hard to analyze that stuff because there's no
respectful
vacuums
of-
to it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys and girls out there, thanks for listening to Male Enhancement Part 1, Bigger. If you like this episode, please hit subscribe. And signing off here, this is Dr. Will the Pill, John,
Big Dick John.
Big Dick John,
And just Zach.
and Sack. Isaac.
just Zach.
So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And until next time,
Your dog is really going into his ass right now.
do dogs
You'll
really have
get, like,
bones
you'll-
in their dongs? I think they have a real bone in there, don't they?
I think raccoons do.
Ooh.
What?
Talking about fighting, punching in a different weight class, man. These dudes got actual bones.
I think raccoons do have
Boners.
penis bones.
We got
That comes from 8 hard facts about penis bones.
No, that's definitely legit.
hard facts.
.com. 8 hard facts about penisbones.com.
So I meant to actually say this